Hey guys, welcome to another episode of CarpFishing.Tips. This is the weather we were dealing with last week. 90% fishing forecast and a pretty nice day. Started out a bit cloudy, worked out really good. We were out for a morning session again. The orange dots as per usual are where the risers we saw, and the lines on the image are where we cast all our lines. As you can see, we had a few bites here and there. This is our ground bait and millibomb ground bait setups, as well as all our hook baits, the classic millies and garlic. We also tried a bit of honey fluoro dough, ready-made dough. We also used the pellets from Fun Fishing, and this is the combinations we used on all our ground baits and hook baits. So this is where our fishing story begins for this week. We were at the same swim that we were the week before. We were at the same swim as we were before. As you can see, we have quite a few risers throughout the day. You'll see them in this video quite clearly. Just look out for them. You'll see the ripples on the water. Yeah, we got there at about 7:30 in the morning. It was a really nice day. It looked like it was going to start raining and it was going to be a really crazy day. Look at that jump out of the water there. Yeah, we got there around 7:30. Our rods were in the water by about 8 or so. It was an overcast day, so a really good day to go fishing. Most of the day we did see risers all around. And we cast out as quickly as we could. The dam was really quiet, surprisingly enough. I think everyone thought that it was going to start raining quite badly, but fortunately for us, the weather held off and we had a pretty good morning session. We were there for about 4 hours. A couple of guys were catching all around the dam. One of the fishermen from the opposite side of the bank came past us, because we're right there by the fish shop, you know, the little kiosk that they have at Fun Fishing here in Alberton at Reitvlei Zoo Farm. And he was telling us that he was there from Friday and he caught about 10 fish on Saturday, so that's pretty good. We were there on Sunday morning, and he was just telling us about what a good weekend he had. It does seem like a lot of the guys that spend the night or the weekend on the dam, because obviously you can camp out on the dam, they seem to do pretty well. And I think it might be just because of the fact that you can get the feeding spot going. So, you know, as is the case with most carp fishing, if you can build up a feeding spot, then you can obviously get the fish to come through. And a lot of the guys who spend the night over usually catch quite a few fish. I think no one's actually told me how many they've caught, but this gentleman did. So 10 is pretty good in one day, especially considering the fact that, you know, it is a public dam and it is quite pressured. as you can see, the weather changed. You know, the wind would go up, and there's another little fish jumping out of the water again. We also had the ducks decide to have a squabble, and they were diving through the water up ahead. You might see them in one of these clips somewhere around here. As for the pellets seem to do the job. The bites that we got were around where we managed to get the pellets in. Fortunately, I have a catapult, so I was able to try and get the pellets out further than what I could throw by hand. We ended up using a whole bag over the 4 hours that we were there, which I don't think is too bad. I mean, for 20 rand a bag, or for a bag of pellets, I don't think it's that bad. So you'll see that with the hook bait and the bowl dips that we used, they were pretty much standard FX and Devil's Fork. We also tried Quattro, and we also tried Padded Bay and Chop Chop. That was the other one that we put with the Padded Bay. So Padded Bay is a bit of a spicy bowl dip, whereas Chop Chop's obviously pineapple. And then FX and Devil's Fork, which is a mainstay of carp fishing here in South Africa. You can pretty much catch with that bowl dip on pretty much any dam. We didn't put too much bowl dip on them. We went about a medium spread, if we can put it that way, just purely because there was a bit of wind and the water was moving pretty much constantly throughout the whole 4 hours that we were there. And as you can see, I mean, the fish were so active this morning. They were just jumping up and down all over the place. It was quite nice to have so much activity on the dam. I just wish we had more activity on the rods than what we had, but hey, it's a fisherman's life, I suppose. I'm just waiting for the bite. We didn't notice any clouds when we arrived in the morning along the bank, but by the time we got to around 9 o'clock, I think we started to see clouds starting to form on the edge of the bank. So then we decided to move the blue telescopic to the right side of our swim, in between the concrete pylons that are just in front of this table. We did see some activity on that side of the pylon, so we thought, well, you know, those pylons are pretty good as a gateway for the fish, where the fish seem to pass through those pylons. So we thought we'd give it a shot there, put on some ground bait, put on some pellets, and fortunately we were rewarded. As you can see, another really strong take. These fish don't seem to be scared at all to take the rod almost in the water. I'm always amazed at how they seem to almost rip the rods right out of the rod rests. Not to say that the telescopic is terribly heavy, but still. And here we are. The monster that took us, almost took our rod into the dam, was a little 1.82 kilo little common carp. Really pretty little fish. Gave us a good scrap, and we were happy to have it. And there he goes off to grow a little bit bigger and do his thing. It was a really awesome little catch. And that's our session for the week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and do all those good things. And guys, have a great week and tight lines, guys. Enjoy the weekend.